Welcome, my name is Jim Bear. I'd like to introduce Kevin Donlin to you today, and we've got a question here today. How do I find a sales letter copywriter in Minnesota?
Sales Letter Copywriter in Minnesota. Well, the first thing to remember is it really doesn't matter where we live. I'm based in Minnesota, but anyone who's any good at what they do, they can work with you by phone and email. I've worked with clients all over North America and even in Europe. So if they speak English and they sell in English, the copywriter, as long as they're in an English-speaking place, Minnesota, at last I checked, is an English-speaking place. So geography is not so relevant as long as the time zones aren't crazy. I would also suggest that you look at the website of this copywriter. Anyone you're considering, does the website draw you in as a prospective buyer? It's a simple sounding question. You'd be surprised at how many copywriter websites are pretty repellent. They're just not friendly. They haven't been updated. So look at their website. That ought to be their best sample of their work because it's what they're using to prove their capabilities. And if the site, the language doesn't resonate with you, it looks wrong for you and your market. If you just have a bad feeling, trust your gut. You might not want to go with that person. And third is to ask to see some samples. If they're any good, they'll be happy to share samples of their work with you. Ought to be relevant to the project that you're considering. And they ought to be able to put you in touch with some reference clients, people they can have you talk to with them not on the conversation, and just ask point blank a few questions of some reference clients. So those are three ideas I'd suggest for anyone who's looking to buy a copywriter in Minnesota or anywhere.
There's how you find a sales letter copywriter.